Mike Rogers, you can break the news.
Yeah, this is a brand new fire burning in the Hollywood Hills. This is at Runyon Canyon where this fire is burning. So Runyon Canyon, the main trailhead is just to the right there. Interesting enough, Runyon Canyon had been closed today. LA Parks closed both Griffith Park and Runyon Canyon out of an abundance of caution to avoid things like this. Left side of your screen, that is from our Hollywood Hills camera where you can see it. That's a fixed camera. The right side of your screen is SkyCal where you can see this. Now I can tell you, I have seen so far one water dropping helicopter that has come in, Fire 3. The problem is as we've talked about, all of these helicopters are busy doing other things and other fires. So there are currently 3 fire helicopters up. They're all over back at the Palisades fire. So we'll see if they are going to divert and come deal with this or how exactly they're going to do it. The good news is there's not really a ton of homes immediately in this area. I mean, obviously there are off to the west, but the way that the fire is kind of burning is it's burning more up into the hiking area versus over into where the homes are. And let me pull up the camera here really quick so I can just get a better look at it. But this happened, we actually watched it start. SkyCal got eyes on it before the fire department had even been called. So 5:34 was what time the call came out for LA City Fire to get on this one. You can see some of the engines that are coming up. Nichols Canyon Road is to the top of it, to the north of it here. And then obviously the fire there as well. And we've been kind of watching this and it hasn't grown, too terribly exponentially, and actually some of the larger flames seem to have died down. The Runyon Canyon area, if you're familiar with it at all, is a lot of very low-lying vegetation. There's not a lot of tall trees, and it is kind of burning uphill here, and then it gets into this area, and it kind of put itself out at least a little bit. So it is kind of starting to burn itself out. We saw that helicopter come in, and they did one water drop. That happened during the press conference there. So we'll see. It looks like Fire 1 just lifted off from where it was over the Palisades fire and is headed this way. So, hopefully we will see a couple good drops here and can be done with this one. It doesn't appear, it's not, moving entirely too rapidly at this point. So hopefully we'll get a couple drops on it and can call it a day.
Juan and I were just talking, though. We're just wondering how this happens. We hear about spot fires, embers, and all that, but it just... we're just talking here. It seems like if it was from an ember from one of those fires that we would see more of this. So, thinking out loud.
I would say this is probably too far away for it to have for anything of that to do with it. Just because the hiking trail is technically closed doesn't mean everybody listened. And all that stuff can happen. We've seen weird situations where people decide that this is the time of day they need to do weed whacking and something starts that way. So we don't know the cause of it at this point, but it does look like it kind of, where we first spotted it, did look like, not from a home or anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see what the fire department is able to figure out about a cause. But, certainly the trail Runyon Canyon was supposed to be closed today, but obviously there's ways around everything.
Right, and you were saying, Mike, this is mostly concentrated or close to that Runyon Canyon hiking loop that so many people use, right?
Yeah, so that's on the right side of the screen here, right where that ridge is. That's where you get into more of Runyon Canyon and where the hiking trail is. So you've got Runyon Canyon Road. If you've ever climbed that hill, you get to the top there. There's that bench up at the top, and then it kind of comes around, and then even further to the top is that neighborhood. It's kind of up in that area. So
it's Mulholland.
Yeah. Right. It's at the very, very top of Runyon, and it's burning into Runyon versus if it was burning to the west, it'd be burning more towards home, but it's burning more to the east. In fact, when we first saw it, we actually thought it was on the Hollywood sign because we were looking at it from quite a distance.
Right. Okay, Mike, well, we could get more information, of course, from meteorologist Evelyn Taft. You're very familiar with this area, Ev, and maybe you can explain how the winds, are they affecting what we're looking at right now?
Yeah, absolutely, Pat. And of course, we're all very familiar with the area. Lots of us hiking through that area, that's for sure. And this is the top of Runyon Canyon, like we were just talking about, Mulholland. So a lot of brush burning. But again, this is near Solar Drive. And of course, that is a residential area in Nichols Canyon. And as we take a look right now, you will see the fire burning pretty rapidly. And just visually, it does look like it's growing. As Mike was saying, looks like maybe we're getting somewhat of a handle on it. The good news is that winds aren't too crazy in the area right now. So just holistically speaking, we're looking at about 20 plus mile per hour winds at the peak, but really we're looking at winds in the teens. And I just want to tell you that's relative to where we were last night. So last night, I just want to put it into perspective. We were looking at 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts across parts of Southern California, even 80, 90, 100 mile per hour wind gusts across parts of Southern California as well. So winds have significantly died down and laid down tonight. That is working in our our favor. The other recipe to fire danger, of course, is not just wind. That's a big part of it because that drives fire, but it's that dry brush, and we are looking at exceptionally dry conditions out there right now. They're expected for days now. Really, it's going to be days before we start to see any jump in relative humidity. So let's talk about relative humidity right now in the area, and we are down to the single digits in teens across the entirety of Southern California and areas affected by fires. Right now, Runyon Canyon, of course, affected as well, and we are looking at dangerously low relative humidity. What we don't want is single digit relative humidity, and we're getting close to single digits in some parts of the valley. We are in the teens, which is not great, but still, again, it could be worse. So fire is laying down right now. The peak of the extreme fire conditions already happening. Winds did peak earlier today. They are on the downswing, but they could be on the upswing, and we're looking ahead to Thursday at this point. And I do want to take you through your wind futurecast. And by Thursday, and of course Hollywood Hills included in here as well, we could start to see conditions start to pick up again. That's tomorrow night. So we're not really in the clear at all, really, through the end of the week. But conditions will start to get a little calmer. But again, red flag warnings through Friday at this point. So I do want to come back to your peak wind gusts. And just to show you earlier this morning, I mean, we were looking at gusts in the 60, 70, 80, 90 mile per hour range. And that is absolutely nothing close to what we're looking at across Southern California right now. Our eyes currently on the fire that just broke out near Runyon Canyon. This is Nichols Canyon at the top of Runyon, not at the bottom of Runyon. The bottom of Runyon, you enter there on Fuller in Hollywood, close to La Brea as you make your way along Hollywood Boulevard. This is the other side of Runyon. So as you make your way up to Mulholland and Nichols Canyon, Woodrow Wilson connects up there, and that's where the top of Runyon is located. This particular fire affecting just the area near Solar Drive, but of course we know how rapidly these fires could spread. But the saving grace tonight is just the fact that we are looking at relative humidity again up in the teens, not great, and wind speeds currently again quite low compared to where we've been. Not low, but relatively speaking, so much lower than where we have been. So again, we are in the 20 mile per hour range, that orange on your map indicating wind speeds in the teens right now. So remember, there is an uptick in winds, but that's not going to be until tomorrow night. Otherwise, we are looking at, again, the wind will continue. It will stay sustained as is at this point. I am getting a look at what we call our fire snooper with the National Weather Service. And as we take a look at current conditions in the area, I do want to tell you that relative humidity is officially in the teens, and we are looking at wind gusts between about 18 and 20 miles per hour. But of course, on the ridge tops, could get a little gustier there as well. So we're going to continue to keep eyes on Hollywood Hills. We are getting a look at the sky right now. It doesn't look like we're seeing the ridge tops. There we go. We're looking at a few hot spots if we can sort of focus back in. It does look like there is a water dropping helicopter in the area right now. And the good news is that the aircraft, well, they're flying because wind is much lower. So we can perform, fire department can absolutely perform water drops across all of Southern California tonight, including this new brush fire that is breaking out at the top of Runyon Canyon. Again, that is technically in Nichols Canyon, off of Mulholland, near Woodrow Wilson, near Solar Drive currently. So again, capable of spreading quickly, and gusts right now, again, lower than where we've been in the 20 mile per hour range. Winds coming out of the northeast currently. So again, these are your warm, dry, gusty winds. And we will continue to, of course, keep an eye on the Hollywood Hills as we continue to keep eyes all across Southern California, including the Palisades, including Eaton Canyon, including the high desert as well, where everybody's really looking at similar conditions as far as wind goes. But remember, ridge tops absolutely could get much windier conditions. That's really what we're looking at as we head into the overnight hours. We do have to stay vigilant. And as far as the fire trajectory goes all across Southern California, with Hollywood Hills included, the wind is traveling from the northeast. So just keep that in mind. And the strongest winds will continue to impact ridge tops and higher elevations, especially foothill communities now, including the Hollywood Hills. And that's really what we were worried about. So again, winds continue to calm slightly tonight, with that uptick continuing through tomorrow night. And winds will gradually taper off by Friday afternoon, but we still have a little ways to go before we get there. Some spots still could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts as the uptick happens. But as I take a look at our fire weather snooper forecast, and this is coming out of the National Weather Service, and these are all your current conditions right now, we are looking at, again, wind speeds up to 20 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, and relative humidity in the teens and 20s. So could be worse, but certainly, Pat and Juan, could be better. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, we're going to take the better, Evelyn, that's for sure. And we want to update our viewers now at 6 o'clock. You are watching our continuing coverage of the wildfire disaster that's happening across Southern California. We are simulcasting on CBS Los Angeles and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. And here's what we know right now. SkyCal over the scene of a new brush fire in the Hollywood Hills. That's what you're looking at on our picture near Runyon Canyon. It's moving quickly uphill and additional firefighting crews are being called to the scene. Now, the Palisades fire is now the most destructive wildfire in LA County history. More than 15,000 acres have burned so far. An estimated 1,000 structures have been destroyed. The LADWP says the firefight has resulted in significant low water pressure that can result in low water quality. So they are strongly advising people who are living in the 90272 zip code area and nearby communities to boil water. Now, all LAUSD schools will be closed tomorrow, but those grab and go places will be open, and you can go to their website, www.lausd.com, for more information on where to go to get food. And the second largest fire that we're tracking is the Eaton fire in the San Gabriel Valley. It's burning in the Altadena area. We have learned there are now 5 deaths in that Eaton fire. More than 10,000 acres have burned, and the Pasadena fire chief says between 200 and 500 buildings have been damaged or destroyed. There is good news in that area, though. The firefighting planes and helicopters have resumed their flights after being grounded because of those pesky winds. And assignment editor Mike Rogers is live at the desk. You know, Mike, we're talking about that new wildfire that's burning in the Hollywood Hills, but you saw it first. And since we've been on the air, we've seen a couple of water drops, thank goodness.
Yeah, we have, Pat. And, you know, we saw it so soon, and I actually went to go look on the fire information here to see where exactly it was, and it wasn't showing up. I was almost to the point where I was going to call and report it to LAFD myself. Because SkyCal could see it, but I didn't see any calls for service. And then as I was getting ready to get an exact location, that's when it popped up, and that's when they started responding. So SkyCal had very quick eyes on this. This is burning in Runyon Canyon, as we've been talking about. And I want to point out how very, very quickly it has moved downhill. Look at this. It is almost getting to the bottom of Runyon Canyon now. As you can see, it is kicking up some spot out flares as well, because you can see kind of the bulk of the fire is even more to the top. But look at that, as it comes down here, it is starting to creep down the hill right there. And of course, that is Curson Avenue that you see at the bottom of your screen right there. To the left is the flames. So I'm just listening to some of the radio traffic. There are a lot of crews there. There are a couple of water dropping helicopters. I've seen at least 2 drops so far. And there were 3 helicopters at one point. But again, as we've been talking about, Pat, they are spread thin between the other fires that are happening right now. So they've got a lot of hand crews there that they're trying to get into place, that at least they can stop the forward progress of this fire, or at least contain it from moving anywhere towards a home, which would be more to the west. And if it continues to move south, of course, there are homes to the south of the fire as well. But right now, it is primarily contained to the Runyon Canyon area. I was just listening. They say it's kind of straddling a ridge line around Waddles Garden Park, which is a little park up there, and Runyon Canyon that kind of splits the two of them, just to the west side of Runyon Canyon. So that's where it is burning right now, and you can see all of the smoke that is now filling the air as well from this fire, and you can see that it is moving even closer to the basin of the city of LA. And again, as Ev was talking about, that's where Curson Avenue is, and then even further south of that, you get into really Franklin Avenue, and then Hollywood Boulevard is to the south of that. So that's where we're at right now, and it is continuing to push down. And I want to ask Oliver if you can pull out just a little bit, Ollie. I just want to see kind of the perspective of it, of how close it is getting to the rest of the neighborhoods down there to the south. And you can see all that big smoke that it's pushing out. But if you look at that bottom flank of fire, it is moving, pretty far to the south of this hill. And it'll get down there to Curson and those other streets to the west of it as it continues to move to the south. So hopefully they'll be able to get some more of those water dropping helicopters. I do see Fire 4 that is on scene right now, and it's kind of milling its way about right there at the bottom of Oliver's shot there. Bottom right there it is, Ollie. Yep. So you got Fire 4 that's going around and probably trying to recon and figure out exactly where they want to put some water down. You've got, I think, Fire 1 and Fire 3 were also over at a heli spot, maybe picking up some water after they did a drop. So LAFD is here. They've got their water dropping helicopters in the area as well. And looks like they're putting up another one out of Van Nuys Airport. Fire 2 looks like it's being launched as well. So they are diverting crews to this as well, getting some patrol crews there to try to get a handle on this fire before it spreads any further. Pat.
Well, there's no question about that. And I believe because of all the smoke, we didn't see that bottom flank. When you first started talking about that, maybe it had been there, but we just couldn't see it.
Yeah, and it did. I was just sitting there, while Ed was talking too, I was just really kind of impressed, in a bad way about how quickly it was moving. And so, yeah, I couldn't tell if that was there before and we just didn't see it or if it was just been moving down. I mean, it crossed the ridgeline and started pretty quickly burning down the hill. You can see really how quickly this thing is moving because at the top of the screen, where it's almost just more embers at this point, that's where the fire started. And then it jumped that or crossed over to that ridgeline and really just started shooting downhill pretty quickly to where it is now, which is, still contained to the park area. Runyon, if you're not familiar with it, is actually a pretty decent sized chunk of land over there in the Hollywood Hills. So hopefully, we stay within that area and we don't, God forbid we start seeing what we have with these other fires where it starts moving into areas where there's homes.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Curson Avenue, and when you kind of, when you said Franklin and Hollywood Boulevard, that's a little concerning.
Yeah.
But obviously they know what they're doing. They know about it. They're aware of it. And hopefully we'll see some more drops. Mike, we talked about extra firepower, firefighters coming from different areas, even the the National Guard. Yeah,
both California and Nevada National Guards, yep.
So helping in this firefight, maybe that gives us a little bit of, more promise that this can get under control
Resolved, yeah. And it looks like there may be a county fire helicopter that's coming to help too. I just saw it pop up. Let me just look at one thing really quick here. Yeah.
What are we looking at here, Mike?
So that looks like a staging area. That I believe is to the northeast of the fire. Yeah. So that's the northeast of the fire. That's where they're doing a staging area. It looks like, Pat, that LA County Fire has also started a full brush fire response as well. So we're gonna have a full response from the city and a full response from the county, which will be a ton of fire crews that are going to be rushing into this area, which is really good. So you've got LA City Fire, and I've got Copter 19 from LA County that is on its way as well. So between the 1, 2, 3, 4 LA City helicopters and the 5th helicopter from LA County Fire, hopefully we will be seeing this not look like this very soon.
You've been following these types of incidents for such a long time, Mike, and you have such an excellent eye to find out where something is happening, even as we mentioned, before the firefighters actually do. So just wondering, even looking at this picture right now, we talked about the embers that we saw at the top of the ridge there. Does that give you any idea that, they certainly made the drops and they're making some kind of progress?
Yeah, it does. And it also lets me know that the vegetation that is up there is not very thick. Right, because that area up top, that's actually not where they made the drop, but there's not a lot to burn there because the vegetation is so low and pretty thin.
And it's dirt.
It's dirt, and it chewed through it, burned it up, put up a good show, and then moved on. And so that's why the top of the fire is already kind of burned itself out because there's just not that thick vegetation to burn.
Not to feed it.
Exactly, to feed it. So, it's very dry up there, though, I will tell you that. So, but as it pushes down into the south there, it's just kind of continuously picking up some of that new vegetation that it hasn't burned. But from the top of that shot right there, you can see that it burns through it pretty quick, and then it's kind of done. And that's the nature of the vegetation that is in that area.
So, from what you have heard, you haven't heard about any sort of evacuation to people on the ground?
No, not yet. I do hear I think it's a Battalion 11 that just took command of the scene. Battalion 11 took command of the scene, and they're getting coordinating, because now you've got 2 fire departments coming in, so they're coordinating a communications plan so they can communicate with both LA City and LA County to kind of get this together here. And again, we've got all of those air resources that are just starting to get on scene. I'm going to ask Oliver to make sure he keeps an eye out for them because I now see 1, 2, 3 fire helicopters that are kind of getting in the area. And you see all those additional crews. And you've got park rangers that are up there as well that are making sure the trail was truthfully evacuated and that everything's going okay right there.
Well, that's true. And we do know that we have the mutual assistance in all of these fires that are burning here. That looks like another chopper getting ready to make a drop.
Yep, there we go.
There it is.
Yep, that's what we want to see. That's obviously the ideal situation here, as many of those as we can get. And Ollie, hold your shot right there and actually pan up, tilt up a little bit for me, because it looks like it's under the smoke there, but yeah, look at that. It may have spotted out ahead of itself too. Can you pull out just a little bit, Oliver? I just want to see. Yeah, okay. So it looks like it spotted out a little bit to the west there, to that other ridge line. So you see it kind of burning on 2 ridge lines now. And again, it's hard to tell if it jumped that ridge line or if we just weren't able to see it under the smoke and it's just been kind of slowly moving its way down there.
We'll certainly see a lot more smoke.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Okay, well, Mike, we're going to join you again, of course, and have an update on the situation there near Runyon Canyon.
And Pat,
go ahead.
Just really quickly before I let you go,
sure.
We are hearing mandatory evacuations. Mandatory evacuations now for Laurel Canyon Boulevard to the west, Mulholland to the north, and the 101 freeway to the east. That is a very large chunk of land. Let me, can we put my computer in an inset, guys? I want to make sure I draw that out for people so they can see just really quickly, and I'm sorry, then we can move on, but I just want to show people where that is, because that's a pretty significant chunk of land that is under a mandatory evacuation order now, and Matt on our web digital desk just caught that for me, so I just want to make sure we draw this out. It's Laurel Canyon, as I mentioned, to the west, 101 freeway to the east, and Hollywood Boulevard on the south end, and Mulholland to the north. And if we can put my computer in an inset box, guys, so I can show people and draw this out, because this is that's a lot of people that are in that area that are under this evacuation order right now. So as soon as we can show my computer, I can show people. There we go. Thanks, Vinny. Or Mike, I don't even know what time it is anymore. Thank you, Mike. Okay, so here's Laurel Canyon to the west, Mulholland to the north, the 101 to the east, and Hollywood Boulevard to the south there. So that is the evacuation area. Everything that you see in this circle is the evacuation area. And I'm using this map because these are all the fire helicopters that you can see too, Pat, flying around. So you got Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire 1, there's LA County, there's Fire 4 up here as well somewhere. So
and there's some ground crews, Mike.
And there's tons of ground crews there from both LA City and LA County. So again, for those viewers that are watching us, Laurel Canyon on the west side, Mulholland to the north, the 101 freeway to the east, and Hollywood Boulevard to the south. That is under a mandatory evacuation according to the LA City Fire Department.